Backstage.
Hey, welcome all. Backstage Vancouver, here's Anna C. We've had a wonderful experience, Short Films Festival 2013, Vancouver. What a range of films, what talent, all local, from students like Gaston Connor to more established like Misha Kleider to well-established like Mackenzie Gray, all wonderful, and everyone in between. Guys, all local. Beautiful films, beautiful talent, very creative folks. If you hadn't had a chance this year, 2014, don't forget.
Hi, it's Stephanie Michelle Scott from Backstage Vancouver, and I had the most amazing opportunity to talk to filmmakers at Vancouver's Short Film Festival. And I gotta tell you, if you haven't had a chance yet to support festivals like this, it's the scene that you really need to be at. Now, we went around and we started asking the filmmakers one simple question. How do you define independent film? And resounding answer across the board was the same. Support, community support, having a vision and having a group of individuals that want to help you fulfill that. Don't believe me? Oh, well, we have a treat for you. Check out some of the clips from the filmmakers themselves.
Hi, this is Stephanie Michelle Scott for Backstage Vancouver. And who I've got here is Sandra Garcia, who is actually one of the founding members of actually developing this incredible festival for short films. So, would you tell us a little bit about your experience and our viewers about what it's like to be a part of this great organization?
Wow, that's a big question. It all started with an idea that a colleague of mine had in film school. He wanted to see films from other schools when he graduated. So he roped me in and started the Vancouver Student Film Festival back in 2005. And it was his dream actually to see student films side by side with professional films, because there's the stigma that student films are, not well made. But he wanted to eventually evolve into a short film fest so that you could see students and professionals side by side. So actually in 2009 we then made the change. I became festival director, and then it's kind of history from there. Now I've stepped back and do more of the board stuff as well as pre-festival programming. So I'm still somewhat involved in the festival, but yeah, not too much of the production side.
My definition of an indie film is a film made with under a $15,000 budget. I do want to conserve the word indie for filmmakers that are in the struggle. I do not think that you deserve that designation if you have good funding and money isn't a problem. I really do think it's a socioeconomic condition to be an indie filmmaker. And that honorific term really should be preserved for people in the struggle. Yeah.
Hi. How are you? Good. How about you? Fine. Thank you very much. So Backstage Vancouver, Natalie, one question.
Yes.
Your definition of an indie film.
Community.
Community. Very nice. Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you.
Hello, Kelly.
Hello.
Ananya from Backstage Vancouver. And I have a question.
Sure.
Your definition of an indie film.
My definition of an indie film. Ooh, that's a good one. My definition of an indie film is a film that doesn't receive a large amount of funding from a huge production company. It's something that, I really like the whole kind of grassroots indie, where it's basically like a director goes out, wants to make a film, and they're using the community to help them make the film. Because it's usually with independent film, you usually get what people want to see, whereas with a lot of commercial products, you get what people are sold. They're told to like that product, and they're used to that kind of Hollywood commercialized product. But with independent, you more get a chance to see something that is more authentic and more perhaps what you don't get a lot of all the time. So there's something kind of really unique about it that I think is really excellent.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
And of course, it's Stephanie Michelle Scott here for Backstage Vancouver once again. I've got Rachel Lee, who is an independent film director. And of course, Rachel, we need to ask that one question. define independent film?
I think I can just simply use one line to define what indie filmmaking is. It's all about putting all those unspoken words out there that should be spoken in public.
Excellent. That's a great way of doing a synopsis of it. Thank you so much.
Well, my pleasure.
And while we've got you, I'm going to ask you, you've seen some incredible short films.
Yes, I did.
Can you give me a little bit about your experience as well?
While watching film, I'm an indie filmmaker as well, so I probably have a little different perspective here. But all the movies were great. All the movies were just like I defined a second ago. Yeah, it's all about things that is already out there, but we don't necessarily talk about in everyday lives. It was just great. I think it was very meaningful to everybody who watched it tonight.
Thank you very much, Natalie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Backstage Vancouver.
Okay, it's Anna from Backstage Vancouver. Here we've got James Penko. James, a question for you. Your definition of an indie film. What do you think?
I tend to go, I guess, with just a broad definition of any kind of film that's financed outside of a normal Hollywood or studio-based system, where the producers of the film are kind of raising the money themselves.
Is there a dollar amount?
No, I don't think so.
Just outside Hollywood?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So this is Stephanie Michelle Scott of Backstage Vancouver. I'm here with Paul Armstrong. I've got a question for you, Paul. How do you define independent film?
For me, it's unfettered self-expression, where there's no parameters given on how you want to express yourself through the art form of film. And it's a true representation of what you feel, and it's not imposed on by industry, by the system, by the economy. It's what you want to say.